You're listening to the all-new CultureCast, Chicagoland's finest podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the all-new CultureCast. I am your host, Nick, and with me is...
the Gorehound.
All right. Hey, Gorehound. Thank you for joining me on another brand-new episode.
Yes, been looking forward to it.
Today we have a special... Every episode is special, I suppose, but we're going to be looking at another movie called Lucy, which came out about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But before we jump into that, let's go into all of our regular features. Gorehound, what have you been watching?
I've been watching a few movies that are actually so insignificant that I don't remember their names. They have pretty much been movies on the Sci-Fi Channel where I just recorded them, and because they say like 5 teenagers go into like a boat, a forest or something like that. So I watched a few of those. I started watching Cosmos.
Oh, okay.
The documentary, because I told you I've been watching like old sci-fi movies to put me to sleep. And
right.
There was just this one that was just like, it honestly took me like 5 nights to get through it because it was just like, I just couldn't take it. It was Journey to the Center of Time. Have you heard of it?
Uh-uh.
Oh gosh, it was really difficult. And it wasn't fun, and it wasn't calming or anything. So I wanted something that was like, I don't know, informative. Gosh, I think I've watched quite a bit. But it has been 2 weeks, so I'm kind of just recapping. And what was the other one? Benders. It's a TV show. I don't know. It's on Netflix, but it's basically like The League, but with hockey players. Have you heard of it?
Uh-uh.
It's pretty entertaining. Do you watch The League?
No, I tried watching an episode or two. I couldn't get into it.
It's I don't know, it's not as good. It's raunchier, and it doesn't have as good of names in it as The League does, but it's still entertaining nonetheless. How about yourself?
I have not really been watching much other than, typical stuff here and there, but I did have the opportunity to go to the movies the other week where I saw X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh, yeah. You and Zach saw that, and I feel like it's just my turn to write a review on it just for the trifecta of the CultureCast.
The trifecta, yeah, exactly. I liked the movie a lot. I thought it was very enjoyable. I loved how goofy it got. I gave it a thumbs up. A lot of other people are not liking it, so I don't know. Take my
cultural opinion.
Yeah, take my opinion with a grain of salt, I suppose.
Yeah.
But so yeah.
What did the girl think of it?
She also liked it.
Yeah, good to hear.
Yeah. So
they cast I forgot her name, Sansa Stark, the redhead, as Jean Grey, and I don't really like her, Sansa Stark, in general, and so I was not really happy with that casting.
She did good.
Yeah, but there's a lot more Quicksilver in this one, right?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. They have a special sequence in the movie where, kind of like he had in the first one, or in the last one rather, but he sticks around after that. Not to give too much of a spoiler, but
yeah, cool.
So yeah, I like the movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. You haven't been watching anything else? You finished The Flash.
Yes, I finished all my shows that I watched for during the season, and we talked about The Flash a few weeks ago, and
yeah,
I'm ready for a break for that show. But then finished up the TV show Gotham and Arrow and all that, and they're all right, I suppose. But yeah, now that summer's here, not a lot of shows on.
Yeah.
I am watching Silicon Valley and Veep.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
In fact, I have an idea for future podcasts.
Yeah.
If you want, once the season for all those 3 shows, Game of Thrones, Silicon Valley, and Veep finish up, we should do an episode HBO Sunday night.
Yeah.
We talk about the current season of all 3.
Yeah. I don't watch the Veep, but
That's
does.
okay. I don't watch Game of Thrones, so
okay.
we can have it. We can have it averaged out. Like you do Game of Thrones, we both watch we both talk Silicon Valley, and then I talk Veep. So
Yeah, we compensate for each other.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Um,
So, I forgot to mention, I finished off Dark Matter. Have you heard of that one? It was a sci-fi channel TV series that was really long and drawn out because it's like a really bad sci-fi movie, just like drawn out into like 43-minute episodes. And I've been honestly like trying to stick through this one for like the past few months, and I finally got through it, and I was very proud of myself because it's pretty stupid, but it's also pretty entertaining. Like, I don't know, it's a weird one, but it's worth checking out. You know,
so wait, how many episodes did you say it was?
a full season at least. I think there's
Oh,
more than a full season, but each of the episodes are like 43 minutes, and
okay.
it's really dry too. So,
Hmm,
you know,
interesting.
so
So, any male crush of the week this week?
yes, indeed, and I feel like this one really was pulled out of thin air. It's Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. Whoa.
Yeah, he's got a Netflix series on, and I guess I've been preaching. I'm trying to become more calm. I've been trying to listen to like calmer music, and this is just like the most soothing thing that I can find right now. It really just lets you zone out and just watch Bob Ross, and it's just amazing the shit that
Is
he
it
can do.
is it the joy of painting?
Yes, yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't realize Netflix had that show.
Oh yeah, you gotta check it out. It's just like he just makes this sound so easy, and I honestly feel like I could do this because he is just so uplifting, and he just says, we're just teaching you how to do this. There's no like plans or outlines, just teaching you the basics.
That's absolutely amazing. The girl and I were just talking about Bob Ross not that long ago. Uh, that's oh my gosh, I almost want to stop this podcast right now and go watch him.
After we're done, you can watch the first episode.
Oh, that's great. How many episodes do they have on there?
I don't know, and it was kind of weird. I think I've watched 3 or 4 of them, and I think like the third one, it like jumped to episode 21.
Oh,
I wasn't quite sure. I wasn't following it because it was like run in the early 90s, right?
yeah. Well, it started in '83,
Oh, okay, that long ago.
and then it ended in '94.
So
And
yeah, it was before
I'm
like there were like comprehensive seasons.
yeah, I'm looking at this thing. I just pulled up the Wikipedia page. It had 31 seasons. I don't know how they figured that one out,
Yeah.
but it had 403 episodes.
Okay, I've got my work cut out for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. How are that 403 episodes? That's if there's one a week. I'm sorry, I need to do the math on this right now.
Yeah.
403 divided by 52. That'd be 7 years. And the show was on for like 10. So he almost did a new episode every single week. If you think about it.
I mean, he does these paintings in 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and there's no reason he couldn't just like record like 5 of them back to back.
Yeah, do like a bunch of them do a season in a day.
Yeah, and honestly, it's just him. And yeah, there's some, production staff. But you work around his schedule, and I don't know. What else do you need besides Bob and a cameraman and somebody to cut it?
Yeah, I guess not much.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Oh wow. Full episodes of Joy Painting have been added to the official Bob Ross YouTube channel, with new episodes added every day at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Assuming that is still valid, it's as of October 2015.
Yeah.
Well, I am blown away at that this is on Netflix.
Yeah.
I really, really am. There was I regret not getting it, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I like it, but I'm not like goofy about it.
Yeah.
But when I was at C2E2 2 years ago, I came across this booth where people were doing prints and stuff, and someone had Bob Ross painting Groot.
Oh yeah.
It was hilarious, and I regret not doing the print because those people were not there this past year.
Yeah.
So, my loss is no one's gain.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, should we jump into our topic of the day?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Today we are talking about the 2014 American-French science fiction film Lucy.
Was it French?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because director Luc Besson.
Oh yeah, he's
typically out of France there.
Oh yeah.
But I
didn't realize he directed it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's big. That adds a lot of credibility to the film.
Yeah, I like Luc Besson. I think he's an unsung hero in the world of modern cinema. But
Yeah.
we'll talk about him a little bit later on. But the Lucy stars everyone's favorite Asian, Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman, and a bunch of other people no Americans actually know. The brief premise of the movie is that Scarlett Johansson plays a character who was sort of kidnapped by this Asian mafia to smuggle drugs into a country, and it's smuggled by they cut the drugs into her body, like in a bag in a body, and they seal up the wound. Well, somehow, which I'm a little fuzzy of how this actually happened, she is kidnapped by these other folks, and during a scuffle, the bag breaks inside of her, causing the drugs to mix in her bloodstream, which starts to slowly expand her mind, allowing her to use more portions of it, making her smarter and smarter, and essentially evolving to a new plane of existence. So she's racing the clock in order for her to figure out what she needs to do with this increased knowledge and to stay one step ahead of the Asian criminals who are trying to get their drugs back. And then ultimately want revenge on her.
Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say that she's running from the criminals.
That's true. She seems like
she seems all powerful.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what anybody else does. She's invincible, and they're just like pesky old flies following her.
Which is odd that there are so many cops trying to protect her when she actually did not need the protection.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Gorehound, what did you think of Lucy?
I don't know. I would give it a 3 out of 5. Because it didn't really take off anywhere for me. I liked that it had like a solid sci-fi premise. It was something original. Actually, no, not necessarily original, because there was that Bradley Cooper movie.
Limitless?
Yeah. Which one was first?
Limitless was first.
Okay. So I'm sure they didn't rip it off of them, but yeah, 2011 was that one. Yeah, I didn't really grab my attention. Yeah. What did you think?
I liked it, but I was expecting more from it.
Yeah.
I think it got a lot of...
Well, I think I got as much as I was expecting out of it.
Okay.
Because I know that it didn't... It didn't, like... People aren't still talking about it. It's on occasionally. And it's on Netflix, and you're still not really seeing a whole lot about it.
Oh, it is on Netflix?
Yeah, that's where I watched it.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize that.
Or Amazon or one of the other streaming things.
I watched it off of HBO.
Oh, maybe that was it. Yeah. Yeah, because HBO does have a few good movies on there, besides Game of Thrones, Silicon Valley.
I would agree with you that I'd give this film a 3 out of 5 if you're going on the Netflix scale. I don't think... everyone, when it came out, everyone was raving about it. Like, oh, this is such a great movie. And it did phenomenally at the box office. It earned $463 million against a $40 million budget. Earned 11 times its its budget, which is amazing. And so I was looking forward to it, and the trailers kind of made it seem like, all right, this is going to be like an action film starring Scarlett Johansson, and she's going to go around and beat up all these Asian guys because she has the brain power, and she's going to be like, this kick-ass assassin type person.
Mm-hmm.
And it really doesn't do that. Kind of like what you're saying is that the Asian guys are after her, but she doesn't really go out and intentionally try to find them and attack them. There's like very little actually action in this supposed action movie.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I ended up like rooting for the criminal. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's like Choi Min Sik. He's like the head gangster.
mm-hmm.
But he was also Dae-soo in the original Old Boy, the Korean revenge film, and that's one of my like all-time favorite movies. And so I was like more interested in him and wanting to see more of him, because I just feel like he was grabbing my attention more.
Well, he definitely was an interesting character in that you know he's a badass because just by the little things.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I like about Luc Besson's films is that he's very good at atmosphere, and he's very good at giving characters a trait or giving the audience a feeling of who these characters are
Mm-hmm.
without going, but at the same time being very surface level. Like, this guy is bad, but he's also like a rich mob boss, because the first time you see him, you just see a bunch of bodies in the side room.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out with bloody hands, and his underling took some high-end bottled water for him to wash his hands.
Oh yeah, the Evian, or was it Evian?
I don't know what it was. It looked like some fancy bottled water. That's all I know.
Yeah, or maybe it was Voss, because I was like, yeah, because that was like, oh man.
Okay, this guy he's top dog here.
Right.
So, yeah. So there's definitely that, and
So yeah, because I know that as soon as it got to about the last 20 minutes, or the part where she meets up with all the scientists, and it's like the final showdown. After that, it switched paces so much for me that it took too much of a leap, and I didn't care at that point.
It definitely does. The film goes in one direction, and then that last third, it gets very 2001: A Space Odyssey almost.
Right.
Which was interesting. That was a bold sort of move to make, and I enjoyed what it was trying to do. But yeah, the tone really switches,
and it really keeps it within that sci-fi genre. It's like saying, yes, we still are sci-fi. We're not just like an action movie or something like that. We're actually trying to like implement these themes.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised. One of the things that caught me was that the minute she gets the drugs inside her body, like she turns into almost like a robot. Like before, she's like emotional and a typical human being, and then she's like, it's like switch of like a flip of a switch, and she's like, I am going to find out what's wrong with me, and
yeah, pretty much saying that emotions are pointless.
Yeah. So, yeah, the plot was kind of weird all over the place. I thought Scarlett Johansson did a great job. I thought she did the role convincingly.
I feel like she's better in other movies.
Okay.
And that this wasn't really her movie to shine in.
It's interesting you say that.
I don't see her as a good action superstar. Like I don't think that she was a very good Black Widow in the Avengers.
Uh-oh, careful. Nerds are going to be upset with you now.
She seems way too pretty, and she doesn't seem to be convincing as like an action superstar, pretty much.
Now, let me ask you this. You're a scientist in many ways, I would say.
According to my job title, Assistant
Yeah.
Environmental Scientist.
So, what did you think of the claim that the movie made that we only use 10% of our brain?
Well, d- based on what I've read in the past, that is true that at any point in time we use 10% of our brain. And then at other times we use a different 10% of our brain. So people often claim that like there's 90% of our brain that we're not using,
Yeah.
but we actually are using it just at different points in times. At no point, the correct statement is that at any point in time we are using no more than 10% of our brain.
I know it's one of those things you have to go with. That's how I've always understood it as well,
Hmm.
that we ultimately do use our entire brain, but only a certain portion of it at a time.
Hmm.
I'm no scientist, so if that is wrong, feel free to
Yeah.
drop us an email. But the movie kind of makes it out to be like, oh, we've only tapped into 10%. Think about if we tap into more of it.
Right.
It's like, no, no.
Hmm. But
Oh,
the science behind why the drug works, I did find that convincing.
you
That
did?
yeah, it's because I could see that when a mother or a child is in the womb, the mother would produce this hormone or this chemical that jumpstarts your brain so that you go from using 0% to some percent of your brain. And if you could distill whatever that is and apply it at different times of life other than when you're in the womb, it could potentially have it. It could potentially have that same effect.
Like expand your brain power?
Right, right, because that's what, at the beginning of life, you have 0% brain capacity. At some point, you have to jumpstart that. So
Hmm.
why not just apply that at a different point in time? So,
So,
so yeah, that was, and I thought that was good that they brought that up first,
mm,
or they just brought it forward so that, because I don't know, I feel like you have to like set your baseline, your guidelines for the movie.
yeah.
Why should we believe this,
Hmm.
other than like a twist ending? Um,
It's all a dream.
okay, it's yeah, yeah.
I liked how they gave it some sort of sciencey explanation, um, and they kind of made it plausible, even though probably making that specific drug probably can't be done the way it is in the movie.
Hmm.
At least they sort of give it like, well, here's what happens. So it kind of it works in that way, just to be like, oh, so that's how it is.
Hmm.
Um, I felt this film kind of moved along with some really strange plot beats. Like a lot of weird things happened in this film that didn't ring true. Like when, first of all, when Lucy went back to the main henchman, or not the main henchman, I'm sorry, the main bad guy there,
Yeah.
and she stabs his hands. I'm surprised she didn't kill him.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess she's not going out for revenge or anything like that. It's not her thing, but why bother stabbing him if that just seemed somewhat odd.
Yeah, yeah, because if she's already going with the fact that emotions mean nothing, and the only thing that matters is expanding your mind, why are you dwelling in the past? Because that's what
Hmm.
emotions tell us to do.
Because she went back to him because she needed the locations of where all the other drugs would be, so she can get the drugs.
Right.
Um,
So it's just
yeah,
like, I'm here, I might as well do something.
yeah, it just seemed very strange,
Yeah.
especially when she killed like the other henchmen that before, not even in defense, like she shot through the door, killing the other guys. You think like, all right, why not just take out this guy too?
Yeah.
But then again, we'd have no movie if that happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Morgan Freeman, I didn't seem to play a crucial role. Because if she is so
no,
smart, why does she need somebody who's only operating at 10% to figure this all out for her?
that's a good question. It did seem that Morgan Freeman, yeah, that he just was kind of there to explain things to the audience.
Right,
My,
right.
the only thing I can guess is maybe she was at the point where she knew the knowledge, but she just didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean, and maybe she needed advice on that, and this guy was the leading expert in the field.
Yeah.
So
I can't see the if she's just some girl who comes to, NBC or the nightly news and says, "Hey, I'm really smart. Get me on the news so I can do something with it." She's going to come off as crazy, but if you add a little bit of legitimacy to her claim, then yeah, she might have something that could better mankind at that point.
right. Um, I don't get how all the Asian henchmen were able to get into all the places they should not have been able to get into.
Yeah.
Especially like at the end when the
They just
cop,
stormed the place.
yeah, like isn't that like a public institution? Like how
Yeah.
did they just get in there? How did they get past all the cops who were outside before those guys got in? It was just very strange.
Yeah.
Um, like there's like little plot holes like that litter the movie. That's kind of like, wait, huh? How did that happen?
Right.
Um,
Right. So I mean, it did. There was a lot of backbone to the movie,
mhm,
which makes it stand out from a straight to DVD science fiction movie or just like a poorly constructed one. Um,
mhm.
so it did have something, but it didn't pull all the pieces together, and it didn't finish on a good note.
Yeah, it did just sort of end. Like she went to 100, and she evolves to a higher plane of existence, and then that's it.
Right.
They give that like trippy looking jump drive, which that
Yeah.
was kind of
Yeah.
anticlimactic. I'm like, oh, all of her knowledge is on a jump drive.
Yeah. It really
Okay.
that dates it. Because if this was made 10 years ago, it would have been a CD.
Yeah.
And watching that today, it dates it. And you just said that you put 100%, like the optimal human capacity, into a flash drive.
I mean, maybe it's like a really like 100 million tetrabyte flash drive. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
but I mean, it could already be out of date because they're coming out with USB 3.0s,
yeah.
and I think that those are supposed to be blue on the inside. So it's like,
Well, I'm not going to be too hung up on the device that they use because she had to make something that would have worked for the technology at the time. So she used the jump drive. And I mean that didn't bother me so much, but I guess it's like how did she organize all that information? Is it like just a giant Word document in there
yeah,
that I mean, that's
an executable file.
yeah. It's like you need to update your Windows too.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I guess is it Windows or Mac? I guess those are nitpicky things. You just can't think about it. But yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
Although it does say that she is everywhere, so I guess if they have problems opening the file, they could be like, Lucy, you got some splaining to do. Get over here. So yeah.
Yeah. The flash drive really bothered me. It's just, I feel like you're just really dumbing, or it's putting the movie or the conclusion of the film in a box, and you can't really interpret it any other way besides here is 100% of human existence in a flash drive.
Yeah,
And it just doesn't ring well.
but it was a cosmic flash drive. There were stars that moved.
Yeah.
Did you notice that the flash drive, the outer casing had this weird green screen effect on it, where there was like it was like a space, and anytime Morgan Freeman moved it, like the stars would move as well.
I did not notice that.
It's a little trippy little detail. Yeah, I guess it is weird that it popped out as a flash drive because she made that giant weird computer
Oh,
to
yeah.
organize all that information. I want to talk about Luc Besson,
Yeah.
the director of this film. He makes, I said this earlier, I think he's an unsung hero of modern cinema. He made great films. He's produced a bunch of awesome movies
Mm-hmm.
that have like a very much a European flair, or international flair, if you want to call it that. He's done the Taken films.
Right.
He's done the Transporter films, two series that I'm a big fan of. He's done quite a few different movies there over time. He
Yeah.
a lot of these like dad fiction films that he's
Right.
done with like 3 Days to Kill and Brick Mansions and the Takens and
Can I throw in a little tidbit or a little factoid?
yes,
In Ong Bak, the Thai warrior with Tony Jaa. Have you heard of it?
yes,
It's a low budget action film, but in one of the scenes, in one of the chase scenes, there's some graffiti on the wall that says something like, Luke Besson, give us a call, as like a nod to Luke Besson because he really wanted to like jump into action films, like the American action films, and he wanted like Luke Besson to do that. So it's like a split second, but you can't see it.
Well, the interesting thing about that is Luke Besson was a producer on the first Ong Bak film.
Oh, was he?
He was uncredited.
Okay.
I know Tony Jaa had another. That was Tony Jaa, right?
Yes.
I know in one of his other films there was something spray painted where he was trying to reach out to Steven Spielberg. I don't know which movie that was,
Yeah.
but it said like, "Hey Steven, give me a call" or something silly like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if both those stories are legit, then clearly Tony Jaa wants to get his foot in American
Yeah.
cinema, which he kind of did with the Fast and Furious series.
Yeah. Oh
Full
yeah,
of-
yeah. In that same movie, he does "Hi Spielberg, let's do it together," and the Luke Besson was "Hi Luke Besson, we are waiting for you." So, but yeah. Tony Jaa is on the rise, because like you said, he was in the Fast and Furious, which is awesome because I think Tony Jaa is one of the best kung fu artists out there right now. I could watch Ong Bak 2 like back to back.
Which movie was it that you had me watch? I don't know if it was Tony Jaa, but it was someone where they took his elephant.
Oh yeah, he loves his elephant.
What movie was that?
It was probably Ong Bak 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there's 3 of them. The first one is like standalone, but Ong Bak 2 and 3 are kind of like back to back.
Oh, okay. Like, where is my elephant?
Yeah, dude. Oh, and there's he also does another movie where he's trying to get his elephant back.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The
Like, and they
Bodyguard? No, The Protector maybe?
it was I don't remember the name of it, but I remember that this is one that you wanted me to watch, and he's like a guy in Thailand or something, and they steal his elephant, and so he like punches his way to find his elephant, and they found that it's like it was already skinned and
Oh,
like,
yeah.
put in jewels and all that, and
Yeah, it might have been The Protector too.
was it the Protector?
Yeah, where he's wearing the red bandana the entire film.
Yeah, I think it was a red bandana.
They're all
So-
the same. He's just trying to get his elephant back.
Oh, wait, hold on. Tom Yum Goon. Yeah, the Protector. Okay, the Protector of the United States. Yeah, that was it.
Wait,
That was it.
The Protector of the United States.
No, I'm sorry. It was called the Protector
Oh.
in the United States.
Oh,
and
gotcha. Yeah, Tom Yum
elsewhere, it
Goon.
was called different things. So, okay. Whew, well, we figured that one out. I'm very happy. But let's get back to Luke Besson. Yeah, I think he's great. Maybe I just don't realize it, but I feel he doesn't get as much respect in the United States as he is entitled to, because he's such a prolific writer, director, and producer. If you look at his films, he's done so many great, fun movies.
Yeah, so like,
that-
what does he need to do to like, be cemented in like one of the great directors?
But
Oh man, Lucy 2 announced.
yeah, I want to bring that up. I want to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
Why? The movie ended. There's no way you could really do a sequel to that.
Unless, let's think about this. Lucy 2. Is it going to be Scarlett Johansson?
It would
No.
almost have to be. Well, they'd have to bring her back somehow.
Maybe as like a robot?
Like maybe she takes physical form again.
We just like take like a Terminator 2 role and we realize that like we don't want to use 100% of our mind and we never should have. And she just like comes back just like totally Terminator style and tries to kill herself.
She's like, humanity is sick. I must
Yeah.
destroy it. It's
Yeah.
like that would be. How would we stop her though? If the Asian mob can't stop her, then no one can.
Yeah.
Maybe they get Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. He's getting old.
Lucy, you have to stop this now. My terrible Morgan Freeman impression. I'm Morgan Freeman. Like, I don't know why they would do a Lucy 2. Too Fast, Too Lucy. I mean, the movie was very successful, and Hollywood likes to chase money, so they probably feel it'd be a sure thing, but I don't know how they would do that.
Yeah.
I don't know what they would do.
I would not be excited for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way. But I don't know. Maybe if the trailer was good, maybe like, all right. Maybe someone else, like a bad person, gets the stuff injected. And so Lucy has to come back and stop them from getting getting the power at 100%. Because if they get it, they can do whatever they want. And they can destroy humanity. And Lucy's like, no, I can't let you destroy humanity.
Yeah.
And so they like battle it out.
Just like a cyber war against each other.
Well, maybe it can't be a cyber war yet. Like maybe at the end it'll get all trippy.
Yeah.
While the other person is gaining the intelligence, Lucy will have to come back in a physical form to try to stop him.
Yeah. Robot.
Yeah. Hey, she can do whatever she wants now. She is everywhere. But I don't know. Like, or maybe it's like Lucy going to that higher plane of existence throws off the balance of the universe. Like it's not meant to happen. So, I don't know. She has to sacrifice. She has to like make herself dumb again. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess some of my last thoughts is that the name bothers me. It's just I keep on thinking of. Well, I guess nobody else would think it, but my brother and sister-in-law just had a child, and they named it Lucy.
After the movie?
Maybe. And one of the cats that we have is named Lucy.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get a new cat?
No, it's the one that I don't like to talk about.
Wait, you have 3 cats now?
No, it's the black one.
Oh, I thought that was Dexter.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You don't even know your cat's names?
No, it's when it was me and Lisa living with her mom in Lenox, her cat was named Lucy.
Okay.
So her mom's cat's name is Lucy. So yeah, kind of 3 cats. I'm not going insane, okay?
All right. I beg to differ, but
and the Graveyard Queen has been on a Lucille Ball kick. So there's been quite a bit of talk there, and so the name is just everywhere for me.
Gotcha. Well, I get why they named it Lucy. The first known human, I guess the earliest,
Oh yeah,
is named Lucy, which they reference in the film. So I think there's kind of like a connection there.
Okay.
Because she goes to become, the end all be all of human evolution. So
Right.
kind of full circles it.
Okay. I guess it adds a little bit, but all right. Well, let's bring it to a close.
Oh wait, I got some trivia for you.
Oh yes, the trivia that I'm going to most certainly definitely get wrong.
I don't know. I think you might get this one.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so we're talking about Luc Besson, right?
Yeah.
Luc Besson did have some mainstream success in the United States. In this, hang on, let me pull this up, make sure I say the right thing. I don't want to jack it up. Uh, in this particular film, which was very popular, in this 1997 film that Luc Besson directed and starred Bruce Willis. What was it?
It wasn't Die Hard.
No.
Was it that 17 Blocks?
No.
1997.
This was his first major, well, not first major American release, but first one that really broke through, that made him more of a mainstream success in the U.S., which he later
It wasn't any of the Die Hard movies?
It had nothing to do with Die Hard. It was a sci-fi action film.
Oh, Fifth Element.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yes, that was his. He did another film previously, Leon the Professional, which was popular in its own right, but it was the Fifth Element that really broke through to mainstream audiences, especially with him and Milena Jovovich. Is that how you say her name?
Mila Jovovich is how I consider it.
He had a follow-up to that movie 2 years later called The Messenger, the story of Joan of Arc, which was meant to be to cement their status in Hollywood. But that movie bombed horribly, and they went back to what they were.
And Hollywood won't forgive him for that.
Yeah. Well, they've had their own various success. I mean, Luc Besson speaks for himself, but Mila Jovovich, she's been in a ton of things, especially the Underworld films. Was she in Underworld, or was she in...
No, that was... Underworld was Kate Beckinsale. Mila
That's
Jovovich
right.
was Resident Evil.
I always get those two franchises mixed up, even though I shouldn't, because they're very different.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I watched all of the Underworlds in one weekend.
I need to do that. Apparently my soon-to-be sister-in-law is a huge fan of the Underworld films, to the point that they named one of their daughters Celine.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never seen the movie, so I kind of want to do a power through of those films, because I guess there's a new Underworld movie coming out later on this year.
They're not going to stop.
Yeah, until they're unprotable, they'll keep going.
Until they're straight to DVDs, they're going to keep on going.
And they'll lose their main star in what's her name?
Kate Beckinsale.
Kate Beckinsale. Once Kate Beckinsale's done, they will not make any more.
Yeah. Oh no, because they'll do 2 or 3 more.
Without her,
right?
And no one will care.
Right, and then they'll be like, okay,
we'll end it. That, and I want to do a power through of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Just because. Maybe I'll wait till the last Resident Evil movie comes out, so I could just rent them all and just watch them back to back to back. Because I think there's 27 of them by now.
Yeah. I feel like they're all the same.
That may be, but I don't know. I just kind of want to be all right, this weekend is going to be all about this film, these films.
I'm always down for a marathon.
So, yeah. But, yeah, they have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 films, with the last one to come out next year. Oh, sweet. And number 3 was directed by Russell McKaylee, a.k.a. the director of Highlander, the world's greatest movie ever.
Still haven't seen it.
What? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's been on my Amazon wish list since I created it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How have we been friends this long and I've never introduced you to the movie Highlander?
Oh, I've been introduced. I haven't opened the door yet.
Oh my god. If I knew this back when we were at Eastern, I would have totally given you my copy to watch. You're watching this movie and you will like it.
Do you still have a copy?
Yes, I still have a copy.
Maybe I'll borrow it from you next time we get together.
Definitely so. I'm waiting for them to come out with a new, better edition DVD or Blu-ray, because I was watching the film not too terribly long ago, maybe about 2-3 years ago, and I'm like, wow, the sound and audio quality is not the greatest on this.
Yeah,
So,
it was released a while ago.
Yeah, mid-'80s. I think it's its 30th anniversary. I think it came out in '86. I read an article the other day in Europe. They're re-releasing it in theaters for a special thing. I'm like, oh, why can't that be in America? I would totally go pay money to go see Highlander in the theater.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Don't bother with the sequels. They suck. But Highlander...
Oh, yeah, because I keep on seeing the sequels. I just never see the original.
Oh my god. It's pure 80s.
Yeah.
Just amazing. Anyway, we're way off topic. So let's end this thing. So, yeah, good job on the trivia. You've earned back your street cred. You're back. You're at an even 0 again.
All
so
right, 50%. Let's keep it strong.
Keep it strong. So, thanks for joining me today, Gorehound.
Until next week.
Yeah.
We are the All New Culture Cast.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
You've been listening to the All New Culture Cast, where every episode is all new. Check out our blog, Zach and Nick's Culturecast, at znculturecast.wordpress.com, and find us on social media. Send us an email at nick.culturecast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your feedback, comments, and requests. Theme music by bensound.com. The All New Culture Cast, a Saltwater production, copyright 2016.